Hi, GenderBlenders. Welcome to week 85. This is Stephie, and this week's question is, now that you have gone through a bit of your transition, or neared the end, then what? What are your dreams for the future? Dream jobs you were afraid to pursue before? Getting married and settling down? What do you think? Nice question. Thanks, Belle. This is Belinda's question for this week. And, lots of interesting topics. Transition. You know, I've been through this now for about a year and a half. And from my viewpoint, I think I mentioned this before, transition never really ends. We grow, we develop, we change. And as we change is a transition, of course, and that's always in the future. We're going to be a little bit different than we were before. Excuse the hoarseness. I'm getting over a cold. It hit me pretty hard, and I'm getting over it. But, you know, we change, and our transition makes us change even more. But I've been through it for about a year and a half, so technically it's starting to end a little bit. On the other hand, I am going to Thailand next month to put the little cherry on the top, so to speak. So that'll be pretty much fun. But that's where I'm at in my transition. So what are my dreams for the future? Well, you know, this is not going to be any surprise to anyone who's listened to me on GenderBlenders or on my channel. And, you know, finding my true self was the answer to a dream. I have been living a dream. And this has just been so marvelous. How many people do you know actually get a chance to fulfill their dreams? Well, you know, we do. We do. So, dreams for the future, I never imagined in my wildest dreams how happy I could be, how happy that I would be now. And so, dreams for the future, more of the same. What can I say? This transition is a dream. It is the future. Dreams for the future. My life as a woman, as it should have been. Dream jobs. Dream jobs that you were afraid to pursue before. You know, I guess that really is implying a career change or something like that. And I've never thought of making a career change at all as a result of my transition. But you know, my current job, one that I currently have, is a dream job. I think you folks have heard me mention this before, that this is the best job I've ever had in my entire career. And I love it. I get to do lots of good things, have pleasant surroundings, nice people to work with, a great boss, great environment. There's darn little that I could wish for in a job that I don't currently have. So am I lucky? Yeah, you're darn right I'm lucky. And I'm really, really thankful on how lucky that I am that I have my job. Is there anything I don't like about it? You know, the 27-mile one-way commute, so that's 54 miles a day just to get to and from work. You know, a lot of traffic. San Diego traffic is not the world's best. Isn't that pleasant? But you know, what can I say? Helping others. You know, one of the things that I do get to do differently in this transition is to help folks along the way on their own transition. You see, this transition has made me so happy with myself and so at peace. And I understand what was wrong with me for my entire life finally. That I really feel compelled to help others along the way. And so, in some sense, that is a new job or a new pastime or a new hobby or a new adventure. And I have been doing that. You know, I think I mentioned to you folks that I joined our local North County LGBT coalition, San Diego North County LGBT coalition. And I've become pretty active in it, and I will remain active in that. And so, you know, part of my dream job is to help other folks in that. You know, one of the things that we're talking about is creating a center, like the centers that they have down in San Diego and many large cities. And you know, we have a large enough population up here in North County to actually support that. And one of my dreams, therefore, is to be able to help in that aspect. And that's just absolutely wonderful. Getting married. You know, I've been single now for 8 years, 9 years. And when my transition occurred, you know, my preference kind of changed in who I would want for a mate. That doesn't always happen. For me, it did. And, you know, I get feelings about guys that I never had, and they're stronger feelings than I ever had for women in my own gender. And, you know, I guess in some sense it's strange, but in some sense it is not. And I sometimes mentioned my new feelings to some of my dearest friends. And, you know, how I'm looking and how much I do want a relationship. But, you know, now that the physics of my transition has changed a little bit, has gone through most of it, and I've become stable enough in my appearance, now it's the right time. And that would be new to me, getting married. And I'd like that, to settle down. I've never settled down in my entire life, actually. You know, in some sense I've always been settled, in some sense I've never been settled. So that's just me. But, you know, eventually I'm going to find the right guy out there. So, that's my take on this week's GenderBlenders things. Now that I have been through transition, then what? Well, I get to do some new things. I get to help people along the way, and that's new for me. And I've joined a wonderful coalition up here in North County. And that will help me to help others along this transition as well. This transition has been just a wonderful dream for me. And it always will. So, that's my take on this week. Until next week, this is Stephie saying bye-bye, everyone.